Welcome to Healing from Within. My name is Keryn Rose and this is my podcast. I'm here to challenge you and your connection with yourself with questions like, are you firing on all cylinders? Do you feel the messages your physical body is sending you? Are you plugged into your intuition? How important are you to you? I'm here to share my view on the world and help you connect with your awesome and unique self, firing up your desire to start healing from within. Hi everyone. Welcome to another episode of Healing from Within. This is my podcast. It's a space where I can share my thoughts and my perspectives, and I own this space. I own my thoughts and my perspectives, and it's part of my journey at the moment, and I'm excited to be able to share them with you in the hope that it may invite you to rethink some of your thought processes, and it may have you question your perspective on some things. Let's be honest, the joy of living this life is to be open to new experiences. So welcome to this new experience. Today I want to talk about distance healing. The bulk of my client work is done when I am not in the same physical space as somebody else, as the beautiful soul that I'm working with. And for some people, they can wonder, how does this happen? And it's a case of, well, if you're open to believing it, you're open to the possibilities of it happening. Because when energy healing is occurring, it's occurring because you're allowing it. Me as an energy healer, I am helping you heal your energy field. Am I a healer? Well, within myself, yes. I am responsible for healing whatever is going on in my world, whether it be my relationship with my daughter, whether it be my relationship with, alcohol, whether it be my relationship with anything is mine. And if I'm to shift that, that is me working in my energy field to allow my energy to flow. So my simple answer is yes. Energy healing can occur over distance, as in I do not have to be in the same physical space, because as far as energy is concerned, it is not bound by time and space. Quantum physics teaches us that. As Dr. Bruce Lipton says, what quantum physics teaches us is that everything we thought was physical is not physical. Think about that. What you think is physical from a quantum physics perspective is not physical. The chair I'm sitting on is not physical. It is almost 100% energy. That's a conversation for another episode. So focusing here on the efficacy of distance healing, look, it really does depend on the willingness of the person being worked with to be open to the process. As Dr. Bruce Lipton says, quantum physics explains to us that we are more than a physical body. We are pure energy, and we live in a world that is pure energy. Energy is everywhere and flows through everything. Everything that you say, you think, and you feel is simply energy. And this energy can be read, can be worked with by a variety of techniques and modalities. I will often share to the beautiful clients that do come and see me in person, look, from my perspective, a smile is a form of energy healing. A hug is a form of energy healing. Acupuncture is a form of energy healing. Massage is a form of energy healing. Reiki is a form of energy healing. For me, gardening, yes, I've just had someone in my team in spirit say, hey, gardening. Gardening, for me, is a form of energy healing, because when I garden, I feel better. And indeed, my hands are in the energy of Mother Earth, and she is taking from me energy that is no longer serving me. It's simply how Mother Energy works, which is why it's so important for us to maintain a connection through being grounded and earthed into the energy of Mother Earth. So modalities, there's a myriad of modalities. There's a plethora, I love that word. There's a plethora of modalities that can be used that work with a person's energy field, as long as that person is allowing. A massage is not going to be able to do a thing with somebody if that person's body will not relax and allow the pressure of the massage to do its thing and work its magic. So the energy healing modality that I make most use of in energy healing sessions is called the body code. It is a modality that was created by an American chiropractor called Dr. Bradley Nelson, who also created the energy healing modality known as the emotion code. And indeed, I'm certified in being able to use both of these modalities. I tend to use the body code because it actually encapsulates the emotion code within it. So when I'm using this particular modality, I know it's giving me access to emotional energetic imbalances if indeed they need to be discovered and brought to the surface. So the joy, the magic for me in this modality known as the body code, it's ability to get to a root cause and source of an issue, whether it be health and wellness, whether it be finance-based, or whether it's to do with relationships, whether it be with someone else or yourself. It just knows. It's like it, because we're living in a world where everything is connected. So therefore, your essence, that part of you that knows everything about you, and the fact that everybody on this planet is connected anyway, whether you're believing it or conscious of it or not, everybody is connected. And when I am invited to work with somebody, that idea of connection is opened up. I will share with you, I was shown recently by one of my team in spirit that everybody on this planet, if you imagine they live on the same street and everybody is living in their own little house. And when I go to connect with somebody energetically, I walk up to their house and I knock on their front door. And then it is up to them, because they're inside this house. They choose to hear my knock, answer the door, and then invite me in. Now, if they don't hear me knocking, I won't be able to connect with them. If they hear me knocking and open the door, I'm almost there. They then say, please come in. How many times do you have somebody knock at your door, you open it up, and they're selling something, and you go, no thanks, and you shut the door? This is what people can do when someone wants to connect with them energetically. They'll go, oh, hi, no thanks, not interested, not ready. I am very blessed that everybody, and I can say everybody that has reached out to me, I've been able to connect to. There is something in them reaching out that implies I'm going to be able to connect with them energetically. However, I don't know until I'm actually in their house and working with them. So look, I have some clients who just love that in-person bit. They love the person-to-person interaction. And I've got to fess up and say, I love it too. As I have said in the beginning, the bulk of my work is with people that are not in person. And I work with people all over the world. So there are times when, they can't just jump on a plane and fly in from Italy or fly in from Dubai. It's not possible. The joy of energy healing work is it's not limited by time or space. I can connect with anyone, anywhere in the world, if they are open to the process. Therein lies the secret. They must be open to the process. Doesn't matter how eager I am. It doesn't matter how bloody awesome I am at doing my work. If the client that is in need of some support, if they do not reach out to me and say, hey, can you help? Ethically, I can't reach out to them and say, hey, I'm going to help you. I can ask, would you like me to help? But I can't just, what's the word? I can't just bluster in and go, hey, I'll help you. It doesn't work that way. Energy healing is an experience. Energy healing is something that, bottom line, must be experienced for you to know if it's going to work or not. It's your journey. It's your adventure. It's your experience. I've got many stories that I can share with you about distance healing and its efficacy. I've got one client that reached out to me while she was traveling in the UK. And she woke up one morning and she had a really sore throat, and she knew that there was an infection that had taken hold. So she reached out to me and she said, hey, Keryn, I'm very familiar to this feeling. It feels like tonsillitis. I used to get it when I was in my teens. Can you please check in and help my body sort this out? So I did. I tuned into her energy field. I did one session on her, and she actually said to me, overnight, Keryn, the throat infection just miraculously, she used that word and I loved it. This throat infection miraculously disappeared, and she was able to get on and enjoy her holiday. This gorgeous soul invited me to support her natural healing abilities, and I did, and it worked. Another gorgeous man was over in Bali and was struggling with chest pain, and he was over there on some R&R, taking it easy, and he reached out to me and said, look, whilst I'm here, can you please do some work on me? I said, sure. So he then, after we had done the session, he wrote back to me and he said, look, thank you for the amazing healing. Even though I was in another country, you were able to work your magic, and I felt the pain in my chest lift, and a sense of peace came over me almost instantly. Now, you can't make this stuff up. That particular gentleman knew that within him was the ability to heal himself. However, he wanted a little bit of support in that process, which is what I did. One of my most gorgeous memories is working with a little 12-month-old who had a really severe case of eczema when he was about 5 months of age. And this particular mum was told by a dermatologist, look, there was just nothing that could be done. And all that she had to do was manage the symptoms. Now, how many times have we mums been told, oh, there's nothing you can do? And in our hearts of hearts, we know that there is. So this mother writes, after 3 sessions with Keryn, the eczema began to clear. Within a month, it had completely disappeared and healed. And my baby is back to being the happy boy that smiles all day. And his doctors are amazed with the results. Now, look, I believe that we're all connected through this invisible energy field that flows throughout the world, throughout this beautiful universe of ours. And all we need to do is believe it's there. So much of my energy healing work is done with people located in other countries. It's done over distance. Another word that we can use, yes, is remotely. as well as me working remotely with someone that might live literally around the corner from me. It doesn't matter where you are physically located on this beautiful planet of ours. Energy healing can be done anywhere with anyone. And yes, that includes animals. I had a beautiful client reach out to me during the week, and she said, look, you work on animals, don't you? And I said, I work with their energy fields, yes. And she said, can you work on one of my dogs? It's recently been diagnosed with cancer. And whilst it's not, let's use the word dire at the moment, because she has benefited from relief in the work that we've done together, she said, look, can you work with my gorgeous angel? I said, of course I can. One of the funniest stories I will share with you, whilst it's not a distance healing session, it's a story that I worked on one of my chickens in a time in my life where I had chickens, and they were beautiful chickens. One morning, one of them got out, and I let my gorgeous dogs out for a run, and they decided to go play with the chickens. Well, it upset the chickens. So, poor things, they absolutely were just so scared. So I did some energy healing on the chickens. And indeed, they had emotional energies that they were absolutely happy to release. And I was only about 3 days without eggs before they happily started laying again. It's limited. Energy healing is limited by your imagination. So I invite you, give some thought, ask yourself, tune into yourself. Do you feel that there are any blocks anywhere? And know that you can be listening from Greenland. You can be listening from South Africa. You can be listening from New Zealand. I can work with all of you anywhere in the world. It's simply a case of you and I connecting. So my contact details are in the show notes below. Please feel free to reach out. And even if it's simply to have a chat, I call this a discovery call. If you simply want to connect and have a chat, ask me, okay, can you help me with this and blah, blah, blah. Off you go, you share. I will know if you and I are going to be a good fit. You will know if you and I are going to be a good fit. Give it some thought. Acknowledge that you have this ability to heal yourself from within. So thank you very much for listening. I've really enjoyed sharing these thoughts and sharing this episode with you. And as I like to say, until we meet again, may your day be full of the magic that is you, wherever you may be. Everything in this world is energy, and that includes you. Remember, you are the most important person in your world, and you came into this life with all the tools you will ever need to support your healing from within. Let the healing begin.